Well played, Go. Hey everybody, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my thoughts and impressions regarding episode 23 of Yu-Gi-Oh VRAINS. I'll be honest with you guys, when this episode was first unveiled, I was like, cool, they're bringing Go back, but I wasn't expecting a whole lot from this episode, but upon watching this episode, it was still quite enjoyable, quite good in my opinion. But anyway, although I wasn't expecting much from this episode, it was still pretty great. So let's go ahead and start talking about the episode, shall we, before I keep rambling. So the episode starts off with a recap of episode 22. We see the duel between Dr. Genome and Go about to begin, but we also see Yusak and Kusanagi out in the real world. They're looking at this data gale thing that was unleashed last episode, and they're trying to come to grips with what exactly it is, and it's pretty much the consensus between the two of them that it's just a enhanced data storm, if you will. Not surprising because, I mean, if you look up gale and storm in the Webster Dictionary, they're pretty much the same thing, except sometimes a gale is stronger, but this isn't a Webster Dictionary video. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh video, so let's just drop that and leave it to the side. But anyway, the duel starts off between Dr. Genome and Go, and from the looks of it, it looks like it was just going to be like a cut and paste of Playmaker's duel against Go, the way he summoned his monsters out and everything like that. And I was watching this episode, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm like, oh, please don't go this way. Don't be a cut and paste duel. Please don't. But luckily that didn't happen. The duel goes on. We find out that Go has actually changed his fighting style and his way of going at things in the dueling world with a new monster to boot, and that is Dark Thunder Ogre, rather. And it's created using his Thunder Ogre monster and Goki Dark Mask, which is an equip spell. And this combo is actually pretty impressive. I mean, it's putting a lot of effect damage on Dr. Genome because he's pretty much blocked any way of doing actual battle damage to him. But this card combo, using its effect, is effective for what it's worth. But this is all going on. We find out that Go has actually changed his fighting style and himself, or not just his fighting style, but himself as well. And he has become Dark Go Onizuka. And we actually see him donning a new mask here. And he said that his loss to Playmaker has made him evolve into this great upcoming duelist, the best in the world. And Dr. Genome is poking fun at this the entire time. He's like, no, I'm sorry, you haven't evolved. Your DNA hasn't changed. And unless your DNA changes, you're not going to change. But he does admit that this duel is fun, and he says it'll be a pleasure taking his DNA. Goes like, what do you mean by that? And that's when Dr. Genome reveals his true motive and plan is to get Playmaker, because he takes the DNA from the strongest duelists out there to create new and stronger duelists, to which Go, completely creeped out, goes, you're just weird, you freak. And the duel goes on, and yeah, we learn this whole thing. Go's actually doing pretty well, but he's taking a lot of loss at the same time. And this entire time, Ignis is looking at Yusak like, hey, aren't you going to go in there and save him? And Yusak is just sitting there. He's not going to do anything. And Ignis keeps pushing him. He's like, hey, you do realize if he loses, he's going to let your secret slip. He's going to say who you are. And Yusak is just like, eh. So Go keeps battling on, and Dr. Genome summons his strong monster known as Necro Darwin, a Darwin named monster for a DNA deck. How original. But that little criticism poke aside, this combo negates the effect damage that seemed to be the only thing effective against Dr. Genome. And actually it does create a secondary problem, knocking Go all the way down to 200 life points, because he's able to block a complete destruction, but down to 200 life points, and that's when Yusak is like, okay, I've had enough, I'm going. And it looks from all intents and purposes that he's going to go try to bail Go out of this jam. And that's pretty much where the episode left off. Not a whole lot as far as What's going to happen next time? What's exactly Playmaker going to do? We don't know. We'll find out next episode. But yeah, this episode was pretty great. I did have one other thing I wanted to say about this. I loved how when Go was talking about his fighting style change, he goes on to say that his fighting style for entertainment dueling was outdated. It's time to embrace a new generation of dueling, and he's insistent that his fans will keep on cheering him on and supporting him through this change, and it turns out that's exactly what happened. The only reason I want to point this out, though, is I was watching that, and my first thought was, okay, everybody was comparing Go's dueling to Yuya's, the whole entertainment dueling thing. So when Go said dueling for entertainment is last generation, this is a new generation, I'm like, they're poking fun at this. Bye-bye, Arc 5. But yeah, regardless on what your thoughts are about that, I just thought that was something whimsical that needed to be brought up. But anyway, overall, like I said, at first I wasn't expecting too much out of this episode. Upon watching the episode, though, my opinion changed dramatically. If we're ranking Yu-Gi-Oh VRAINS episodes, which we always do, this episode would still rank an 8.5 to a 9 out of a 10 for me, only because of the big Go character development and the big style change and all this stuff. But yeah, for an episode that didn't have a lot of expectations, great, Go's back. Still a great episode. But as always, in the comments section down below, let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just kind of there? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everybody, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.